This is your domestic briefing right here on Accolade News. We're starting with a focus on politics. Chairperson of the House Committee on Women Affairs and Social Development, Honorable Kafilat Ogbara, has urged Nigerians to support a bill proposing 182 additional legislative seats exclusive for women across Nigeria. Speaking in Abuja, she emphasized that the bill aimed at enhancing inclusive government would allocate 1 seat per state and the FCT in both chambers of the National Assembly and 3 extra seats per state in state assemblies. She described the move as crucial for dismantling systematic barriers to women's political participation. The initiative received backing from FCT Senator Ireti Kingibe, UNDP country representative Ms. Elsie Atafu, and traditional women leaders, all stressing the bill's potential to transform Nigeria's democracy and meet international commitment to gender equality. Still on politics, Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajudeen Abbas has called on Nigerian youths to take ownership of the nation's political future by actively participating in governance. Speaking at the unveiling of the Take Action campaign in Abuja, Abbas said youths must begin to match their population strength with political influence. The campaign, led by the Youth in Parliamentary Forum, aims to galvanize young Nigerians into running for office and shaping public policy. The campaign also drew support from governors who pointed to rising youth representation in their states' cabinet as proof that the movement is gaining ground. Now in power, state governments have pushed back what they described as the federal government attempt to roll back electricity sector reforms, warning that the proposed amendment to the Electricity Act stresses their newly gained regulatory powers. During a tense meeting with Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu, commissioners from Enugu, Rivers and Cross River States insisted on their constitutional rights to control local electricity markets following a controversial tariff cut by Enugu that the federal government rejected. While the federal side emphasized the need for synergy to protect the national grid, the states cautioned against re-centralization and demanded the immediate establishment of a joint coordination committee to avert regulatory chaos and preserve reform momentum. Still on power, Governor Ademola Adeleke has cautioned the Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company against continued consumer mistreatment as Osun State prepares to implement a new regulatory framework under the just-passed Osun State Electricity Market Regulatory Bill 2025. The bill paves the way for establishing the State Electricity Regulatory Agency, which will license power generators, address service delivery issues, and protect consumers' rights. Adeleke said the new law will open the state's energy market to off-grid and renewable power investors, promising relief for residents and businesses suffering chronic power outages. Moving to economy, the Senate has given the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Bayo Ojulari, a 3-week deadline to respond to 19 audit queries stemming from financial reports between 2017 and 2023, involving an unaccounted sum of 210 trillion naira. The Senate Committee on Public Accounts, chaired by Senator Ahmed Wadada, clarified that the amount in question is not missing or stolen but compromises 103 trillion naira in liabilities and 107 trillion naira in assets that requires reconciliation.
Let me say, first and foremost, there was never a period that this committee said NNPC stored 210 trillion. But this committee said, and it still stands by it, NNPC must account for 210 trillion. And reason being that you submitted through your audited financial statement an account that is not net off. An account that is not net off does not give the dividend and require meaning anyway. Either the liability side or the asset side can be accepted because it is not the responsibility of anybody to net off your account. It is your responsibility.
Ojulari, who requested additional time due to his short time in office, pledged to engage external auditors and assemble a team to provide accurate responses as lawmakers emphasize transparency and the economic significance of NNPCL. Still in economy, a fresh round of competition has erupted in Nigerian fuel market as petroleum importers slash petrol price below those offered by Dangote Petroleum Refinery, prompting calls from Aliko Dangote for the federal government to ban fuel importation. Some stations in Lagos and Ogun now sell petrol as low as 847 naira per litre, compared to 865 naira at Dangote affiliated outlets. While Dangote argues that importers are dumping cheap subsidized fuel that harms local refinery, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria counters that this is the expected outcome of market liberalization, urging President Tinubu to resist any ban on fuel imports. Now on security. The Ogun State government has reiterated that its 2021 law banning open grazing remains in effect, warning herders that violation will attract a minimum of 3 years in jail without option of a fine. In a statement, Governor Dapo Abiodun's special advisor on information and strategy, Kayode Akinmede, said the reminder follows growing reports of traffic obstruction and farmland invasion by herders across the state. The government emphasized its commitment to enforce the animal grazing regulation and cattle ranch establishment law to curb conflicts between farmers and herders, stressing that open grazing is illegal and punishable by livestock forfeiture and imprisonment. Still on security, the British High Commission has condemned the killing of 38 kidnapped victims in Zamfara State, despite a ransom of over 50 million naira reportedly paid, describing it as an unspeakable crime with devastating societal impacts. British Deputy High Commissioner Ms. Gilliver expressed the condolences to the affected families, stressing the urgent need to curb such atrocities. Meanwhile, Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, declared that anyone aiding bandits in any form would be treated as an enemy of the state. At the Security Forum in Kaduna, the CDS reiterated the military commitment to restoring peace nationwide, warning that collaborators, including those supplying fuel or food to terrorists, will face the full force of the law. That is the domestic news updates for now on to Accolade News. Do stay with us for more domestic updates and development. I am Blessing Bassi.